Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? We talked over the past several months about those reports that the Miami Dolphins were pursuing a tandem of Tom Brady and Sean Payton. There was even a crazy report that the Dolphins were offering Tom Brady equity, like ownership in the Dolphins. How insane is that? Completely bonkers. To think that an NFL team would tamper with a player and a coach and offer a player ownership when he was still under contract with another team. And man, how could you possibly tamper with a coach who said that he was retired but still under contract with another team? Oh, but it actually happened. Today, the NFL stripped the Miami Dolphins of their 2023 first-round draft pick, a 2024 third-round pick, for violating the integrity of the game. Also, owner Stephen Ross has been suspended through October the 17th and fined $1.5 million. And it all stems from the fact that the Dolphins had impermissible communications with Tom Brady in the 2019 and 2020 seasons, and with Don Yee, who is the agent for both Sean Payton and Tom Brady, by the way. While Sean Payton had been retired, but still under contract with the Saints, apparently Don Yee, the Dolphins reached out to Don Yee about having Sean Payton serve as Miami's head coach. Miami did not seek consent from New Orleans to have these discussions. So today, the NFL dropped the hammer on the Miami Dolphins. And worse for the Dolphins, they didn't get Brady or Payton. Not only were you cheating, you couldn't even cheat good. You couldn't even get the coach or the player. And now you've lost a 1 and a 4 because you can't even cheat right. That's brutal. I mean, it must be really tough being a Miami Dolphins fan. I'll give the Dolphins a bit of credit. They have gone all in. I mean, you trade for Tyreek Hill. You feel like you've upgraded your roster. The Flores thing was awful. I think we all understand. It was just a very messy, awful situation, how it's all transpired. But as far as the roster, trying to upgrade it there, plus you were trying to cheat to get Tom Brady and Sean Payton. I mean, they're trying to win for the first time in a long time. Now, it's going to cost Stephen Ross some money, $1.5 million, but he got it, so what does it really matter? It's going to cost him a couple of draft picks. But I'll tell you this, if you remember, Sean Payton was a coach. This is where sometimes you'll get the little breadcrumbs. Sean Payton was a guest. This was Dan Patrick's show, right? This was when Sean Payton was a guest on the Dan Patrick show a few months ago.
They would have to reach out to the Saints. And look, you know this. You can have a backdoor, hey, would you have any interest? That's happened maybe with a couple clubs, but I'm not looking at that path right now.
We didn't think of it at the time, but Sean Payton told Dan Patrick that's happened. He said a couple of times. So did it mean a couple of teams or a couple of times with Miami? But he basically told you it's happened. I mean, when we played that the first time, I missed it. I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I wouldn't have thought, but sure, it makes sense. That's tampering. So if you wondered, was all that legit? Clearly, it was very legit. Miami was trying to lure Tom Brady and Sean Payton. Yes, and now they did so in an illegal manner, and so they've been hammered for it. Now, I will tell you, when I saw this punishment today, I got really, really, really pissed off again about Bountygate. Because essentially, Stephen Ross has been the owner, can't go around the team until October. The vice chairman, Bruce Beal, has been fined, and he can't go to like meetings or be around the team for the year. And then there's these fines and a couple of draft picks. When you look at the the sanctions from Bountygate, Greg Williams suspended indefinitely. Sean Payton suspended for the entire 2012 season, which was the first head coach in modern history to be suspended for any reason. Loomis was suspended for 8 games. Vitt was suspended for 6 games as well. The Saints were fined $500,000, which was the maximum fine permitted under the league at that time. They had to forfeit a second-round pick in 2012, a second-round pick in 2013. And their first-round pick had already been traded in 2012, so they didn't have a first 2-round picks that year. Jonathan Vilma was suspended for a season. Anthony Hargrove was suspended for 8 games. Will Smith was suspended for 4 games. Scott Fujita, who was retired at the time, was suspended for 3 games. I mean, the NFL detonated an atom bomb on the Saints for Bountygate. And as tough as it looks to see Stephen Ross get $1.5 million and fine, and the Dolphins will lose a couple of picks, still nothing like what the Saints got with Bountygate. So it pissed me off for that, again, all over again. But I'll tell you, one thing it does confirm, without any question, is the market for Sean Payton. And we should know this. I mean, NFL head coaches matter. I'd say more than any coach in any other sport. The head coach in the NFL matters. We learned that in 2012 when Sean Payton was suspended for the entire year. And the Saints, coming off the greatest season that the organization had ever had in 2011, the greatest team the Saints had ever had, you go 7-9, and you were the worst defense in the history of the NFL. I mean, you fell off a cliff without Sean Payton. So, yes, head coach matters, but there's a market, clearly. If it's in Dallas, we'll see, but clearly Miami and Stephen Ross had an interest in Sean Payton, and they won't be the only one. So what it really did, seeing that, is it validates all the conversations about Sean Payton coaching game, which I think intuitively we feel is true, we think is true, but we don't really know it. This proves like there is a market for Sean Payton. Sean Payton's going to coach again at some point, and when he is, the Saints will be compensated for it. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.